Hi folks. So, okay, after the last video, yes. Okay. So why is it that people are starting to understand now that what the teachers, what the doctors have been doing to very, very young children is so horrific? Well, it's because of the fact that they are child abusers who want to be celebrated by abusing children, or wanted to be celebrated. Yeah, that just made it so much worse. That, countries around the world, as I say, in the last one, if you were a parent trying to protect your child and trying to say no to the doctors, parents, certainly in America, have been imprisoned because they tried to stand in the way of doctors and teachers, and they tried to stand up against that, and they've been imprisoned for that. They've been treated like the one who was abusing the kid. It's a sick situation when you think about it. That in that area, black has become white. Well, didn't we have that actually just previously to all this, or around about the same time, when white became black, where basically if you were basically one of those where everything about you was the one that was in charge before, and the one that was prejudiced before against prejudice and sexist. So basically, if you were a white man, you were worthless. Absolutely worthless. Treated like complete crap in some areas, and considered as complete crap by many of the people, looked down upon. Bizarre. Well, again, the stupidity with that is that you can't say that racism is evil, but then say it's okay to be racist against pinky skinned people because they did it before. The understanding is utterly stupid. And so it's wrong to be sexist, but then say it's right to have, like in the UK we had it, and it's probably in other countries as well, all women shortlists for companies and for elections and all of this, as if that isn't sexist. As I say, they put the word positive in front. So basically with the children, they put the word positive in front. This is positive child abuse, right? Which is why they want to be celebrated, because they thought that what they were doing was positive. They sold it as positive. They sold it as, you've got a lot of these people with gender dysphoria, and there's more than what we ever thought was there before. And so what we're going to do, instead of helping them when they're 18 to transition, we're going to help them when they're 5. So they don't have to live all these years, because they told us that there's a lot of people that were saying that when they were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, etc., etc., carrying on, they knew that they were in the wrong body. They knew that they were the opposite gender. There's a lot of people who are supposedly telling them that, which was obviously a lie. That was never going to be true. Unless what it is, again, to be popular a person lies, so at some point lies, it's either the people who were saying people told us that or the people telling that were lying. The problem is the lies were they weren't just accepted, they were welcomed absolutely and totally. Yeah, with the biggest hug you could ever give, pretty much. That welcomed is what they were. Because again, I think it all came from that point of correcting out of all the things from the past. So believe all women was one of them. Yeah, not about believing women that are telling the truth. Believe all women. So therefore, if a man is accused of rape, whether he's done it or not, it doesn't matter. Because we didn't believe women in the past, we're going to believe all women, so now men are knackered, the way women were knackered in the past. Again, the stupidity of it, but the way society just accepted that crap. The utter stupidity there. Because it is utter and total stupidity. And the way it was just accepted, it then became a case of, okay, so yeah, we've corrected the gay situation. We're looking at reformations for brown-skinned people whose ancestors were put into slavery. Even though we're not going to be truthful about that, because as many people were slaves in Africa by African tribes that were taken in slavery, and most of them were taken in slavery were actually sold by African tribes who had actually captured other African people to sell them into slavery. But let's ignore all of that side of things. And let's say that only the pinky skinned people should pay reformations rather than African tribes. Yeah, let's ignore that, because that doesn't fit with the image that we're trying to paint of pinky skinned people being the bad guy and the brown skinned people being the victim. When that was never true. Not as simple as that. It was never true. And so then it moved on to, okay, other sexual weirdities, gender weirdities, anything that's a bit abnormal. Have people been treated badly? Can we make an issue out of it? And let's see how far we can push this bloody thing. And the problem is, society just said, I'll go for it, whatever. Most of society. You had a few people trying to scream out and saying, no, this is wrong, but most of society just said, no, that's fine. And as I say, when you've got pastors, again, like Manuel, who say, well, we won't speak about politics, we won't speak about churches, we won't speak about this and that and the other. Yeah. Again, if the church was doing well, there is no way, shape or form society could have gone down that road. No way, shape or form. So all this point about the church was doing really well, and years ago people were saying the church was doing really well. If you've asked people any time for the last 10 years, they would say 20 years, 30 years, church is doing really, really well. Well, it wasn't. Again, delusional lies, but there you go. We are where we are. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Be a blessing. Bye-bye.